Hello everyone, welcome back to Neutralix. I'm your host cosolix. Today we're making two tier lists, one for every legend in Brawlhalla and the other for every weapon in Brawlhalla, to see which characters and which weapons should you be playing for spring 2025. If you enjoy this type of stuff, subscribe to Neutralix. This is the best resource if you want to improve at Brawlhalla. We have a whole class for only $5. There's over 10 lectures that are pre-recorded, and you can show up to live classes. Check it out at the link below. I'm also working on a video game right now called VENTOMORI. It's a two-player asymmetric co-op game you can play anywhere around the world. It's with two astronauts. One astronaut is on a space station, the other is on a planet, and you two have to work together to solve puzzles and escape from the planet. If you like the idea, highly recommend checking it out at the link down below, and go wishlist the game if you want to be notified when it releases. Again, it's completely free, so if you wishlist it and try it with your friends for free, it's not going to cost you anything, and it should be a pretty fun experience. So again, check out VENTOMORI. The link to that is down below. Now let's get right into this. We're going to start with the legend tier list, and we're going to go pretty much straight into it. We're not going to talk about characters in too much depth. There's a lot of characters. There's a lot of weapons. Let's go right into it. Umugi A, just because of nerfs, he was S before. Don't really know. Priya was S, and then the Chakram nerf, I don't really know. Sword was also nerfed. Let's put Umugi B then, because the Great Sword nerf was very... I don't even feel comfortable putting him B. We'll order this, but I do want to say this tier list is going to change. Summer is going to be completely different than spring, and I'm headed to max mode the Winter Royale, I believe, in Atlanta at the end of the month. So my opinions are going to change, and I'm going to do the research to make sure you know who to play next season. So go subscribe to Neutralix to stay notified. Ada has some good features. Blasters got buffed heavily. Ada could be really good. Theoretically, Ada's really good. I'll throw Ada at the bottom of A. There's going to be a lot of characters in A. There's not many bad characters in Brawlhalla. Arcadia, because the Great Sword nerf, I don't know how much I can recommend her. I do think Artemis is really solid. So I'll throw Artemis there. I think Asuri can be solid. Unsure. Throw Asuri. It's like Priya, basically. Just don't know about Katars or Chakram right now. Not too many examples of Chakram. Azoth, we'll throw Azoth. I still think Bo's really good. The Blaster nerf. Buff. The Blaster buff. That's what I meant to say. I don't know where to put Ada. Same with Barraza. The buff. The buff. I think Axe and Spear are pretty similar. Barraza's got better stats, so we'll throw him there. I would rather Blasters as a secondary than Greatsword, so I'm going to throw Mugi a little downwards. Also, this list is for 1v1 and 2v2 combined, so keep that in mind. I'll throw... Yeah, okay. Bodvar, the hammer buff. Just going to throw Bodvar here. I don't even know if we're going to need a C tier. Bryn can be good, kind of just solid, well-rounded, kind of like Azoth right now. Throw above Azoth. We're doing this fairly quick. I might do something completely inaccurate. Let me know if you disagree in the comments. That's okay. We can agree to disagree. I think Caspian can be good. I'm gonna move Ada around. Sure. We'll throw Bryn. I'd say Bryn is maybe not better than Mugi. We'll see with the Great Sword nerfs how much they are. Okay, first S tier, Cassidy. The hammer buffs are crazy. Cross is mid. But the blaster buff. I'm forgetting about the blaster buff. Yeah, I think blasters are kind of ridiculous, theoretically. I don't think anything should have 3-hit true combos. I think Diana would be... I don't know. After Balloon Boy 1 with Diana, throw Diana at the very top of A tier. Very top. I think Dusk is solid. I'd say like Asuri. Sure. Ember... She's pretty good. I'll throw her... here. It's just the stats I'm not a fan of. I think Ezio's not bad. Kind of like a Dusk. Sure. Okay. I think Fate's pretty solid too. There's a lot of just solid characters. A little hard to rank. So many characters in Brawlhalla. I'd say better than Artemis. I'd say like around here. Bolivar I'll move a little bit down. Sure. Nash theoretically is really good now. But I just haven't seen a Nash player. I can't confidently put them super high, so I'll just throw Nash there. But theoretically, good character. Hattori is pretty solid. I guess we'll see. Yeah, maybe like here. Sure. Isaiah, the Blasters buff! So many Blaster Legends that could be really good now. I'm just going to throw Isaiah similar to Cross. I would say the Gauntlet secondary is probably better. But I don't know. I don't know exactly. They're so even. Okay, JN got the Great Sword nerf. Don't know as much where to put JN. I'm just going to put JN very safely here because he used to be so far in S tier beyond belief, and now it's just hard to tell. I don't know anyone playing JN right now. I just haven't seen results with JN. He could be much lower. It's just too soon. The balance patch was too recent. Jala, sword nerf, sure. Jiro, sword nerf, sure. Not a terrible legend though. Has some. I think Scythe is really good right now. Like really, really good. Scythe didn't get hit much, and Scythe has been at the top for a long time. I still think Kaya can be really solid. I'd say like Kaya is still really good. I'd say Koji is still solid. Kind of like an Asuri. It's just that blaster buff making Barraza theoretically much higher in my opinion. There's a big deviation between A and B, so we're gonna throw some characters in B. But I don't even think I can confidently say some of these are in B. That's okay. Core, the hammer buff, crazy, pretty similar to Nash in my opinion. Maybe Jala should be a little bit higher. Those Jala Sigs are incredible. I'd say not much higher. Maybe just like above Bryn, about the same as Bryn. Yeah, I don't really know. Lin Fei, still really good character, still very high A tier just because, but she's not great at doubles. More of a singles character, so I'll throw Lin Fei here. I think Loki's really good. I think really underrated character right here. I'd say better than Artemis. I'm going to put Loki. I'd say Loki's better than Fate, personally. We'll throw Loki here for now, but could easily be S. Vrax, because of that blaster buff, and he has the Lance basically 3-hit true combos. There's so many extra combos because of Vrax. I'm putting Vrax really high. I think Vrax, it's just the stats that hold him back, but really good character. Also, blasters are great for 2v2, so yeah, win-win. Lucian is definitely higher now. I would put Lucian above Asuri, definitely. I think that's a pretty good spot. I think Magyar, the hammer buff is something. The greatsword nerf is bad. You're kind of trolling on Magyar, I guess. Throw him in B. Mako, kind of same thing, just because of the whole greatsword thing. I'd rather hammer as a secondary. Pretty similar to Arcadia, just throw under. Mirage, Scythe is so good. Throw Mirage there. I'd say higher than Lance because more versatile on 1s and 2s. Maybe higher than Fate. I'd say it's more versatile a little bit. But Orb, I'd say, is a little bit better than Spear in 1s. Okay, Mordex, I still need to put S. He's still not getting nerfed. He's still a top tier character. I'm going to throw Mordex above Cassidy. Not because theoretically Cassidy's better right now because of the buffs. But Mordex has been at the top for so long. I haven't seen proof of Cassidy winning tournaments yet, but theoretically she should. Moonin is a good character too. Bow is better than Sword. Sure. Nyx, blaster buff. I'm putting Nyx theoretically like next to Diana. The blaster buff and Scythe is so good. I would put Nyx above Diana. Theoretically, yeah. Onyx is still a great character. Especially in doubles, going to throw Onyx. We're going to throw some characters in S. And this video does not match the 10 best legends I made. The 10 best legends was made more conservatively. This is made a bit more theoretically. Like, I didn't have Diana in the top 10. I would have put Diana like 11th or 12th. Yeah. Like, I could throw Diana lower, but then Balloon Boy won a tournament like the day after I recorded that video. So it is what it is. Um, this is more up to date. That's why you should subscribe to Neutralix to stay up to date. Okay. Orion, I think, is the best of all Lance Legends. Maybe tied with Scarlet because the hammer buffs. I'm going to throw Orion here. I still think Sight is better. Maybe not Fate. Throw him here. Petra is still a great character. No issues there. Throw Petra like here. Sure thing. Queen Nai has... There's some positives, but she just isn't consistently good. Ragnar, solid, but yeah, just getting a little overshadowed right now by some other characters. There's a lot of good characters. Throw Ragnar. I think Ragnar is better than Lin Fei, especially more well-rounded. Similar to like a Moonin, similar to like an Orion. Throw him there. I'm going to bring Petra down a bit. Sure. I think Rayman's still a great character. I think Rayman is better than Ragnar. Yeah, I'll throw Rayman here. Sure. So many characters in A tier. There's a lot of good characters with potential right now. Red Raptor is still goated. I'm just going to throw Red Raptor here. Still a great character. Honestly, still S tier. Reno theoretically is really good now. The theoretical... I'm putting Reno high A. Because I think Orb's a good legend and Blaster ridiculous buff. And the SIGs are great. The only SIG that's kind of troll is like the down SIGs. Every other SIG is like amazing. So yeah, Scarlet. I'm gonna throw Scarlet right next to Orion. Throw a little bit less. Sentinel, hammer buff. Katars are still Katars. Better than Ragnar. I'd say better than Scarlet, but maybe not in doubles. Throw Sentinel next to Scarlet. Seven still a good legend. A little underrated. If I like really underrated in my opinion. I still think 7 is like up here. Yeah. Sidra underrated as well. I think Sidra is similar. The sword nerf, sure, but yeah, I'll throw Sidra a little bit lower. Still a great character. I think Roland is kind of still doo-doo. The SIGs are punishable. Side SIG is useless on Lance. End SIG is mid on Lance. The down SIG's good. Side SIG on Sword is useless. Down SIG on Sword's pretty good. End SIG on Sword's pretty good. So half his SIGs are useful. The best character in the game. S tier. Enough said. I'll throw Diana actually a little bit lower. I think that's... Yeah. I think that's a little bit better. Sure. Thatch can be good, not great. Blaster buff is insane. Throwing him here. Thea is probably the worst character in the game. Her SIGs are good. Her stats are the worst in the game. I think Thor theoretically is broken. The hammer buff and how Orb and the SIGs work, I think Thor is top tier. I would put Thor up here, at least. Ulgrim is still a great character. 1s and 2s, well-rounded, not much of a difference. I'd still put him right under Orion because he did get nerfed. Val, good character, not too many problems with Val. Sword nerf, throw Val there, I guess. Vector is pretty solid. I would say Vector is worse than Artemis right now. I'm going to throw Vector below the Blaster Legends. Throw him here. We're going to move some of these characters. I don't know about a Mugi. I'm just going to leave a Mugi bottom of A. It's just too hard to tell. It's too hard to tell. I have no idea. I don't feel comfortable putting a character that was like top 2 in the game in B after one patch. Stay tuned in the future, guys. Volkov's good legend. Sight is really good. Just it's more the SIGs people don't really like. Also, I don't think Axe complements Sight very much. Throw him like similar to Jira, I'd say. Throw him right here. I still think Wushang is goated. Definitely not as good as before. Still throwing him pretty high A tier. It's hard to tell. Zal is still good. I would say Zal is pretty similar to like an Ulgrim. Throw him there. Yumiko is great. We're going to put Yumiko in S. The hammer buff especially now too. Gonna throw Yumiko there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, okay, Diana's not in the top 10. And yeah, cool. So this is more accurate. I still think Diana can be top 10. I just want to see a bit more from Balloon Boy. Zerial, very, very top. I'd throw Zerial like right above Onyx. It's hard to know where Priya is. Just really hard to tell. I'm leaving Priya there for now. Vivi, great character. Did get those nerfs. Pretty similar to like, I'd say like a 7, like upper A tier. King Zuva, no one plays. Have no idea if this character is good or not. I've never seen anyone play him since he released. I'll throw him. I think he's worse than Scarlet because I think Lance complements Hammer more. Artemis should not be that low. Okay, we're gonna throw King Zuva here. Artemis, I'm gonna bring up a bit because I think Artemis is better than JN. I don't know about Lin Fei though. We'll go like that. We'll throw Lin Fei up a bit. In 1s and 2s, I'd say Artemis is better. I'd say it was just Guichibu. But yeah, this is my tier list. There's some things I'm probably going to disagree with in a day or two, so stay subscribed to Neutralix. These are my current thoughts. I could be completely wrong, but I hope this helps. Now let's talk about the weapons really quick. Again, this is 1v1 and 2v2. I think boots aren't that good. I don't think they do a lot of damage, but they have good kill confirms. They're very easy to buff in a broken way. Yeah, I think Chakram's at least A tier. I want to see it in tournament before I put in S tier. Especially after all those nerfs. There were a lot of nerfs. But the weapon still looks really good. Still has the true combos, the bread and butters. We'll see what happens. I think Sword is similar to Chakram. Gonna throw Sword right under Chakram. We know where Hammer is. That thing does way too much damage and has true combos kill confirms like off a lot of different. There's only like, obviously Stomp Sarah, but there's just so many setups to kill. Neutralite kills ridiculously early. Dare kills early. Even Nair kills. Sarah kills. Everything kills. Blasters. Yeah, I would throw Blasters one under Hammer. I think Spear is still solid. Throw Spear here. I think Katars are really good. It's hard to tell where Katars are with Chakram. If this is 1v1 and 2v2 combined, I'm going to throw Katars bottom of A. If it's 1s, I would throw Katars here. But just because we're talking about 2v2, I don't think Katars are great in 2s. I think everyone knows that. It's difficult to team combo. So keep that in mind. Axe, I still think is really solid. I'll throw Axe right there. Okay, Lance. I still don't think it's great. I think the end light buff helps with killing. Other than that, like it might be boots level. I just don't see it being that good in 1s right now. Too many dead zones, especially with how good movement is in 2025. You can't really have dead zones on a weapon without any kill confirms either, especially the hold to dodge feature. It's now impossible to hit side light recovery, impossible to hit side lights air because side light hits on the ground. I'm going to talk about this on my main channel, but theoretically it nerfs Lance more than any other weapon that changed to dodge. I still think gauntlets are great. We'll throw gauntlets. They're great in 1s and 2s, so yeah. Orb is just consistent. It kills, it builds up damage, it does everything you need. Sidelight Nair Sarah is going to work less, yes, because of that whole dodge thing, but you can still hit Sidelight very easily with a gravity cancel, and it's very relatively risk-free, not many frames in Sidelight. Scythe, I would say, is higher than that, though. Scythe is consistently good. Cannon is solid, not as good in 1s as it is in 2s, so it's ironic to Katars. I would throw it 1 in front because I'd say Cannon can be good in 1s too. And Greatsword is the anomaly. I'm going to get rid of this tier. Okay. Where do we put Greatsword? Let me know down below in the comments. Where do we think we should put Greatsword? If we're like, okay. If nobody is playing Greatsword and it's as bad as everyone says, I would throw Greatsword in B tier and starting here. I have no idea where to put Greatsword right now. I'm going to throw Greatsword the bottom of A just to be safe. It's hard to tell. It's also not a good weapon in 2v2. And this tier list, again, it's for 1s and 2s. So, you know, sure, we're going to get screenshotted and people are going to think, what am I talking about? But we're throwing Greatsword in B tier. And, yeah, it got heavily nerfed. And I hope this video helped. I hope it helped you stay informed with what's currently good in Brawlhalla. Thanks so much for listening. I'll see you guys all later. Peace. Subscribe to Neutralix.